Bueno, Steve es un amigo. Jugamos juntos, tenemos una buena relación, disfruté mucho jugar con él. Así que, así como yo me alegro cuando nosotros estamos afuera y ellos ganan o le va bien, creo que en este caso fue algo similar. Lo raro es que estamos jugando en contra, pero bueno, es una situación para ellos un poco más relajada que para nosotros, estando 3-1. Así que sí, lo aprecio.
Manu, era un partido en el que se jugaban muchas cosas y me gustaría saber cómo jugó tu cabeza en este partido y si lograste incluso hasta disfrutar del partido de hoy.
Sí, fue un partido muy intenso y en el que jugamos dejando todo, como cuando uno no tiene ya más que perder. Entonces jugamos con mayor agresividad, entraron más tiros, así todo. Por momentos enfrentamos cierta adversidad porque son increíbles. Lo que hizo Durant por momentos es asombroso. Pero fue muy lindo ver al equipo reaccionar de esa manera, competir de esa manera. Así que sí, la verdad que lo disfruté mucho. Creo que todo el equipo lo disfrutó mucho.
Manu, Coach Messina was telling us yesterday about your first practice with him a long time ago, and how you kind of had to wait your turn to be a starter. And did this bring back any memories of playing for him? And do you kind of marvel at how far the both of you have come?
Yeah, for moments when he talks to the rest of the team or when he gets upset and he yells at us, a lot of flashbacks. He's, very strict, and he wants the team to play his way. So whenever we stopped executing the way we should have, he, the all himself comes back. So it was good to see him coaching in this stage. Good memories.
Did you take a knee right here, like to the thigh or something there in the fourth quarter? And
Yeah.
were you worried that you might have to come out at that point?
Quad contusion. One of I had hundreds all career long, so it hurts at the time. Maybe tomorrow is going to hurt a little bit. We'll see how bad or not bad it is for the next game. But yeah, we bumped almost knees. It was a little higher than the knee, and it hurt for a little bit. Now, since it was warm, it didn't bother. Now it's going to start bothering me again.
Is there any explaining this sport where you guys go 3 games without being able to hit much of anything? And tonight, LaMarcus is banking in that 3 from the top, and other guys that don't normally make them or make them. Is there any just explanation for this sport at all?
Yeah, regression to the mean. It just happens. We are not terrible shooters. We're not the best shooting team in the league, but we're not that bad either to shoot 20% every game. So it goes like this, And today we had a good night shooting. We shot 50. What did we shoot? 53. So yeah, ideally you prefer a little more even out. But it didn't happen. It happened today. Okay, we'll take it. We'll see if we can maintain that for next game. There's not much you can do. You try to get the best shots possible, try to find the open teammate. Today we did. I think the game before, especially game 2, we did 2, it just didn't go in. But we did many other things good too. So it was a good overall game.
Manu, el otro día miraba acá abajo.
Ok, disculpa.
Miraba el otro día una entrevista que habías tenido con Oberto, un especial de NBA, que te mostraba los rookies del año y vos decías que te iba a ser muy complicado por la velocidad, por la explosividad, defenderlos a esos jugadores. ¿Cómo te sentís hoy que estás jugando contra ellos?
Es difícil. A veces estoy compitiendo con jugadores que son 15 a 20 años más jóvenes que yo. Y bueno, ya no soy más rápido que casi ninguno. No salto más que casi ninguno y no soy más fuerte que casi ninguno. Así que hay que rebuscárselas, hay que usar un poco las mañas, la experiencia para tratar de contrarrestar esas limitaciones o esas desventajas. Así que creo que la experiencia me ayuda un poco en eso, pero bueno, obviamente a veces se hace cuesta arriba.
Manu, Durant estaba montando un show en el último cuarto. ¿Fue una manera de decirle, para un poquito, esta es mi casa, lo que hiciste, ese cierre que tuviste?
No, estábamos en un momento de desesperación en el sentido de que no había mañana, como dijimos ya varias veces, y uno deja todo en la cancha. A veces pasa que terminan entrando los tiros y otras veces no. Bueno, hoy se dio así. Tanto yo como Kyle o DeJounte, LaMarcus que metió 3. Bueno, hoy se dio. Y bueno, es bueno sentirlo, vivirlo y sentir a la gente tan metida en el juego. Y necesitábamos ganar uno, queríamos ganar uno. Y bueno, ya lo hicimos, ahora, ¿por qué no buscar otro? Así que esa es la mentalidad.
Manu, what was your feeling checking in? There was nice standing ovation from a lot of fans wearing your jersey today. Speculation of whether this might be your last game as a Spur. What did you feel checking in, and then what was your just feeling in that fourth quarter as you turned in a vintage performance?
The truth is I didn't realize it was any different, or once you're in the game, you are really focused, thinking about what you had to do and how to try to keep up with these guys, and so that's what I was concentrating on. Of course, the feeling of the last quarter was great because we were all doing good and we were all fired up, and we were in a great situation to get that win, and we needed it. We didn't want to go down 4-0, so we want to compete better. We deserved it, and I think we did. We got a win, and we are happy with that. Now we got a few hours to feel good about this win, and tomorrow we'll start thinking about Game 5.
Last two, we'll do one English, one Spanish. Thank you.
This might be a bit of a reach, but did you think at all of Timmy when LaMarcus banked that 3 in? He
no,
memorably hit one.
Yeah, but no, I felt like, whoa, we caught a break. It was a big play. We couldn't get anything going. As we said many times, they are very good defensively sometimes, and they switch everything, and they are all over us. So when the rim was starting to shrink and everything was starting to get harder to make that shot that nobody expects, not only gives you a little relief and makes you feel good about themselves, but the opponent starts banging their heads and feeling disappointed. So it was a huge play for us.
Manu, cuando los Warriors llegaron a estar a 3-5 puntos en el último cuarto, ¿qué pasaba por tu mente? ¿Qué le decías a tus compañeros después del titánico esfuerzo que habían hecho ustedes desde el principio?
No recuerdo qué le dije puntualmente. Lo que pensábamos era que puede pasar. Contra un equipo que tiene jugadores como ellos, como Durant y Thompson, puede pasar. Que te hagan 10 puntos en un minuto y medio. Simplemente no había que dejar de jugar. Pero sí, estábamos preocupados porque realmente era un momento de Durant que no se lo podía defender. Pero repito, es un jugador que lo puede hacer. Hay que seguir jugando, hay que seguir ejecutando, seguir jugando de la misma manera, que eventualmente va a volver a cambiar la situación. Así que creo que lo hicimos muy bien y no desesperamos en ningún momento, y eso nos ayudó a ganar este juego.
Okay, see you guys.
Steve, what do you think accounted for the low shooting numbers overall?
I just thought our execution was poor and their defense was great, and so the combination of the two was led to a poor offensive night for us.
Only 19 assists, which is a very low number for you guys. I mean, was that one of the biggest issues, just maybe stagnation at times?
Yeah. Poor execution for us means the ball's not moving. I'm anxious to see our passing totals for the game. I don't think it's very high. They had a lot to do with that. I think we had 7 turnovers in the first 4 or 5 minutes. They forced a few of them. They forced a shot clock violation, first possession of the game, which set a tone. But 7 turnovers in the first 4 or 5 minutes in a playoff game on the road. Good luck.
Steve, usually when Clay has a rough start like that, he kind of gets back to the mean in the second half. Why wasn't he able to do that today?
When we don't execute, it's harder for Clay to get open looks. So what did he take? 16 shots. I only remember 2 or 3 of them open. When we play the way we normally do, when we defend with a purpose, when the ball moves, Clay tends to get more open looks. But they controlled the pace and the force of the game right from the beginning. I give them great credit. I mean, it's not surprising. This is a championship organization coached by Pop the last 20 years to be the toughest, smartest team on the floor night in and night out, no matter the circumstances, up 3-0, down 3-0. You know what the Spurs are going to do, and they did it to us tonight.
hit 15 threes after being very cold
Yeah.
the first few games. Was that your defense allowing it, or them just getting hot?
I thought they made shots. Obviously, 15 for 28. They missed some the last couple of games that they probably should have made. Tonight, our defense was not as sharp. So like sometimes the ball goes in. Aldridge banked one in. So tonight was their night from three, and we got to be better covering the line next game.
Steve, particularly to close the game out, how did you want Kevin to address just that role of either going ISO or moving the ball? What was kind of the hope with that?
Well, we're just at the end of the game, we're down. We're just attacking. So we just want to go. We just want to push it, and we ran a lot of high screens, and it's just the end of the game.
Steve, you've seen Manu several years and seen the magic he does, and you talk
Yeah.
about his fourth quarter, and after that, do you think he should come back one more year?
I think he should come back 2 more years. I smiled when he made that corner three right in front of us at the end of the game. It was just so typical Manu, 41 years old and 16 points, and hits the clinching three. He's Manu. That's what he does.
Yeah, Steve, I was going to ask you if you wanted to see the birth certificate for Manu to prove he's not really 21. So he can play forever, can he?
I know he's old because he was my teammate, and I'm old as dirt. And so if I played with him, he must be old.
Steve, I know that Sean was dealing with that ankle injury. What did he bring tonight? It seemed like for large stretches of time he was kind of a stabilizing force, keeping the team alive.
Always, Sean is always a stabilizing force for us. I thought he was good. We had to bring him in early in the third because of Andre's foul trouble. He gave us some scoring. Sean did a nice job. You guys ever seen a box score like this? We out-rebounded them 61-34 and got crushed. They lost by 13 points. So, weird game, all in all. I give them great credit. They only turned it over 8 times. They executed. They came out and played with the force that's necessary to win a playoff game, and we did not. And it's a good lesson for us. Good reminder that you got to bring it. You've got to play hard and smart and tough. And we'll do that on Tuesday. Thank you.
This team, I think everybody really helped to get our win. There was from everybody big moments. They had, of course, you don't stop great players like Thompson, Durant, but you might make their life a little bit harder. I think that's what our players did with a lot of commitment. And then at the end of the day, as Coach Pop always says, it goes down to who makes a couple of more shots. We made a couple of more shots. They missed a couple of shots, and we got. But I think that the guys played with a great heart. I think it was in this kind of situation. Sometimes you are already fine with playing a good game, and you go home, you shake their hands, you congratulate on their way to possible championship, and you go home happy. I think our guys did a little bit more. They really tried to win the game, not only have a good game, but try to win it for whatever it might mean. Maybe it's just one more game, but in these days, to have just a little joy, which of course is not comparable to anything, is just something that we want to savor, and that's it. Very simple, very simple.
Can we have that in Spanish?
Bueno, sí me acuerdo todo lo que he dicho. Porque, no, la cosa que intento destacar es la actitud del equipo, que no se quedó solo con el deseo de ganar, de jugar un buen partido y terminar la temporada de manera digna, sino hizo todo lo que pudo para ganar el partido. Y que en este momento es tan importante porque en un momento tan triste y complicado, tener 5 minutos de happiness es algo que podemos gustarnos y luego pensamos en el futuro. No es nada más que un partido, que una victoria. Al final todo se quedó con ellos que fallan unos tiros y nosotros que metemos unos tiros y ganamos. Y por eso hoy estamos aquí festejando.
Por ahí hubo un choque.
Let's switch it over to next question in English, please. Thank you.
They sagged off DeJounte all series. How much did you encourage him to keep shooting and keep putting him up?
I did not say anything to him. I just I was just watching the game. I had a good seat there. Tomorrow.
Coach, 6:34 left. Your guys up 5. What's the mindset at that point? What do you say to them in the huddle?
To who?
To your team and the huddle with you guys up 5 or 6, about 6:34 left to go, about trying to close out this game.
You might think that I'm trying to be pop, but it's not like that. I don't remember. I was just talking with my assistant to decide what was the best thing to do to try to slow down Kevin's pick and roll and how we could adjust to their small lineup. That was the key. And so we were focused on that and hopefully draw a play that might help them to get a shot. And you saw that we drew that great play that we hit at bank 3, and that was a fantastic draw on my part.
I'm assuming you're talking about the LaMarcus 3. Yeah. When a guy hits a 3 like that in this type of game, are you guys just feeling it like, hey, this is ours to lose at that point?
Honestly, you're right there. The game is going so fast up and down that you don't think if you deserve or you don't deserve. You just move to the next play. Nothing more than that.
Second row, Kurt.
When you signed in Coach Manu at age 21, do you think he'd be playing like this?
At 40?
At age 40?
Of course not. But I'm so happy for him, you can't believe. I'm so happy. I think he deserved everything that is happening to him in his life and in his career. I'm so happy for him. And I think everybody here is happy, including our opponents. He's such a great, person that I'm just happy. Oh yeah, he really does. He really does.
Entrenador, más o menos la misma pregunta.
¿Quién es este? Oh, hola.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo le va? Buenas tardes.
Bueno, ahora me va bien, gracias.
La misma, su opinión sobre el desempeño de Manu, la manera en que cierra y sobre todo cómo está jugando en este momento con todo el contexto que conocemos.
Él sigue tomándose increíbles responsabilidades en momentos puntuales del partido y lo que es increíble es cómo el equipo le sigue y le respeta y casi le devuelve la pelota para decir, mira, Manu, empieza tú a hacer algo y nosotros seguimos. Eso es todo, nos dice todo de él.
You talked before about fighting the frustration last game. Now that you guys have got one, on your home court, what's now? What's the next step in going to Game 5?
I think we just need to enjoy a little bit this, try to get some rest tomorrow, get on the plane, and it should be a big game. And we're probably emotionally, we're surely a little bit empty right now, I guess. So we'll see. It's important that we go there and we try to play another game with all we have. We'll see. I don't know. Might be they come in and they shoot like they've been shooting for the first 3 games, and we keep shooting like we did in the first 3 games. It's one game. We make shots and they miss some, and we play good D. Might be another game. So honestly, I don't know what will be. My main concern now is that they get rest, and we'll see tomorrow.
What was the mindset coming in after shooting so poorly after 3 games? What was the mindset as far as shooting from distance goes?
Keep finding as many open shots as possible, because at the end of the day, the ball will go in, because we cannot hammer our head on the wall because the ball is not going in. We have good shooters, people who've been shooting well all his career long. It's not been an easy year in that regard, but our focus was on finding better shot and better spacing on offense, not to let their overwhelming double team become a big factor. Just try to handle that, because it's a big problem.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Coach Curzon, could you all pop that back door for Steve?
Oh.
Thank you.